Okay, so welcome. This is our last 2025 Be Coached Live, which is incredible because I always start the year thinking Christmas is so far away. You know, when you're at that January and you just got over Christmas and you think, oh, it's like ages away. And then all of a sudden you're like, bam, wow, it's upon us. My God. And I don't know how you guys feel, but this year has been I actually don't have a word to describe this year, to be honest. I don't know. Let me throw it out to you guys. Do you have a word? If you could think of a word that sums up this year so far, we're not at the end yet. Anything can happen. Plot twist, that can happen yet. But how would you guys sum up this year so far?
Fast.
Fast, yeah?
I think a roller coaster for me.
Yeah.
Chaotic.
Chaotic. Well, I think of a word and I don't know why. Maybe my word is stunned, like kind of like stunned or shocked to the point where you're like, Jesus, you know, on a bike. But yeah, things have been quite roller coastery. And I think since obviously so many world changes that have happened over the last few years, you know, we really have been quite destabilized. And it feels like that destabilization is continuing. And I think for a lot of us, we're like, what is happening? When is it going to stop? When are we going to get back to normality? When are we going to feel like we have some safety and structures in place that we can understand? We can rest assured, okay, we know how the world works and we know our place in it. Because there are so many changes that are going ahead. But that being said, looking at like the astrology of things, this is actually kind of meant to be as it is. And it is destabilizing, and especially with AI, how that is taking shape is quite incredible. And even myself, I'm really getting involved in AI and I'm trying to create an AI version of the academy, which opens up the resources to everybody to help them to build their business. So, you know, AI is absolutely fascinating, isn't it? But we have to remember, like, it's learning from us. We are learning from it, but it can't produce anything until it learns from us. So it's such a mirroring thing. But I do find like well, I talk about myself, you know, the relationship that we have with AI. Does anybody else have a relationship going on with AI at the moment?
I wouldn't say I've got a relation. Well, I suppose I have. I've listened to a lot of stuff about it because I'm in two minds about it. I can see how it can be very useful in business and what have you. But I also feel that it could be very much abused as well. And also it concerns me because used in the right way, it can be helpful. But if it's not used in the right way, it can like literally dumb down people. I mean, like the concern is and again, you can't take everything they say in the media as gospel at all. I only hear what's on the radio because I don't actually watch the news because I just don't watch it. But they were saying the other day that a lot of youngsters are turning to AI for support because they can't get it anywhere else, or they're waiting too long, and I guess if that's helpful, it's helpful. But for me, it's kind of like removing the human element, although it's been that the information has come from humans. It's removing that human element, and in a world where isolation is sort of a problem, they're my concerns. They're my concerns. Lots of concerns, but also I realise that it has to be embraced as well.
Then I hear you, and I think there is a lot of talk around the ethical side of AI, and it just not being this kind of non-bias kind of feedback that you get from it, where it affirms everything that you say, and it actually can be quite detrimental. A lot of learning that it needs to do, and it really is about the frameworks that AI have in place. You know, if it's just completely open and it's got this, you know, the formatting is just to confirm a confirmation bias, and that's negative and detrimental. Yeah.
I mean, it's like when Zuckerberg created Facebook. It was a platform that was meant to enhance society. That was, you know, like the message behind it. But we've all got different views on that. I think it could be good for some things, but on the whole, it's can be quite a toxic, negative place. And we've got all these comparisons going on with, you know, young people sort of buying into what they see on Facebook and Instagram as being like the competition and the feelings of insecurities and not being good enough. And that's the thing, isn't it? It's used in the right way, fine, but obviously humans have got a mind of their own, and they create narratives to their own end to achieve certain things. So yeah, it's quite interesting. I'm reading a book called Collective Illusions at the moment, which is really, really interesting, based around all these sorts of things, really.
Amazing. Thanks, Anissa. Hi, Jerome. Hi, Daphne.
Hi,
Hello. How are you both?
I'm good, thank you. Can you hear me?
I can.
Yes, I'm sorry, I'm on my mobile phone. A few technical issues, so I just put my camera on.
No, I can hear
Oh,
you.
there you are.
Hi,
Yes.
hello. Good to
Hi.
be here. Hi.